After smashing 3 goals in the Premier League to all but announce their new ambition, Newcastle got a much-needed mood booster. Today we'll break down what exactly we learned from the game. So from discussing the Mr. Consistent performance, to revealing why Newcastle have the most underrated scouting department, to uncovering the breaking news as player's agent has shared details about a deal that Newcastle were recently close to finalizing. We'll also find out what's happening with Alexander Isak's new contract. Break down the Almiron goodbye. Plus, did Bruno just hint at his departure out of the club? As per, join us as we'll break it all down. Also, according to YouTube stats, only about 6% of the people who watch my videos are actually subscribed. So if you like this video or just realized that you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. You can always unsubscribe later. It's free. Enjoy the video.
Let's go!
So the first thing we learned was Alexander Isak is undoubtedly the most deadly striker in the world right now, and his recent performances have only solidified this reputation. He delivered a masterclass in his latest match, scoring a clinical brace that showcased his talent, particularly his world-class touch and finish for his second goal. Having a massive 9.2 match rating, 2 goals, 2 out of 5 successful dribbles, 41 touches, 1 key pass, 1 accurate long balls and 4 duels won, he was on fire. And with that, this season, Isak has reached several impressive milestones, including being the first player to score in 5 consecutive away matches, highlighting his consistency and ability to perform under pressure. With 48 goals in the Premier League, Isak has become Newcastle's second highest goal scorer, now only behind Alan Shearer, who holds the record with 148 goals. He has also surpassed Callum Wilson, who has 47 goals. Notably, Isak's tally of 48 goals ties him with Freddie Ljungberg for the most goals by a Swedish player in Premier League history. This season alone, he has amassed 17 goals and 5 assists, contributing to a remarkable total of 22 goal involvements in just 21 games. In terms of Fantasy Premier League, Isak has actually become a key player, being one of the few 3 to reach the 150-point mark this season. His performances are making a significant impact on fantasy teams across the league. Alan Shearer actually praised Isak, placing him in an exclusive group alongside Mohamed Salah and Erling Haaland as world-class forwards in the Premier League. Speaking on BBC's Match of the Day, Shearer said, "I think there's 3 world-class forwards in the Premier League now. Haaland being one, Salah being another. I think Isak has played himself into that company now." Following his outstanding performances, discussions about a new contract for Isak are underway. Shearer humorously suggested that Isak could sign a 9-year deal and potentially break Shearer's scoring records.
Haaland being one, Salah being another, and I think Isak has played himself into that company now.
You're only saying that so because you get that graphic up.
Well, my maths isn't great, but I think he's 100 behind me.
I actually think he's got world-class ability, but to call him a world-class player, I think he's got to do it for longer.
I absolutely agree with that. I think he's definitely got the capabilities, though. No question about that.
5 more years out, he'll be breaking that.
Yeah, it won't be long. Another one will be gone.
No, he might sign a 9-year deal.
While a 9-year contract may be optimistic, a new deal is anticipated in the summer. Reportedly, Isak's demands for a new contract include securing Champions League qualification for Newcastle and a pay rise that would make him the club's top earner. The good news is that Isak is open to staying, clearly enjoying his time under Eddie Howe. If a new deal is finalized, Isak may also receive a new shirt number that would resonate with Shearer, further emphasizing his aspirations to challenge for Newcastle's all-time scoring records. In fact, in an exclusive update according to The Telegraph, Newcastle United will offer Alexander Isak a new contract at the end of the season and continue to insist he's not for sale at any price. So as the club aims for continued success, Isak is poised to be a key figure in their plans for the future. Then, the second thing we learned was the most improved player. So as a great striker must have great supply, and the partnership between Alexander Isak and Jacob Murphy is currently bordering on telepathic. Murphy delivered another sensational assist to Isak in their latest match, showcasing their on-field chemistry. He also rattled the post in the second half with a brilliant effort from distance. Having a 7.6 match rating, 1 assist, 1 time hitting the woodwork, 55 touches, 85% passing accuracy, 4 key passes, 1 big chance created, and 1 duel won. While there remains a clamor for an upgrade on the right wing, it's becoming increasingly difficult to argue against Murphy's place in the starting lineup. He has transformed into a key member of the team, consistently demonstrating top-quality performances. Murphy has always possessed the physical attributes and confidence to make an impact, but lately, he has stepped up his game with a new level of consistency and technical execution. In fact, he created the most chances in the match, and his 8 assists in the Premier League this season make him the 4th highest in the assist rankings for the 2024-25 campaign. The connection between Isak and Murphy has proven to be the most prolific among any duo in the league this season, effectively making Murphy a crucial component in completing Isak's game. Another noteworthy contributor is Anthony Gordon on the left, who continues his rich vein of form with yet another assist, making it his 11th goal or assist contribution this season. Since arriving at the club, he has matured significantly as a footballer. While Gordon has been effective on the left, the right side of Newcastle's attack has evolved remarkably, primarily due to Murphy's brilliance. However, it's also important to acknowledge the role of Bruno Guimaraes, who had a 7.0 match rating and has been playing exceptionally well in the right center midfield role. Guimaraes has been tidy in possession and seems to thrive alongside Sandro Tonali, as he is no longer double-teamed by opponents, allowing him to unlock his attacking potential. After the match, he expressed optimism, stating, "I don't know what the future holds, but this team will always fight for the best for our club. +3 and see you next week." Although fans initially panicked, fearing he might be hinting at a departure, he quickly reassured them by clarifying, "Don't worry, guys. I am talking about what happens on the pitch. Thank you again for the support today. See you at St. James's Park." Then there's Sandro Tonali, who has proven to be Mr. Consistent for Newcastle. Though it may sound repetitive, his performances are nothing short of unbelievable. With a 7.8 match rating in this game, he showed again that he covers ground tirelessly and rarely concedes possession, making everything tick in midfield. In a brilliant counter-attack, he actually won a header in midfield, drove forward, and scored a superb goal, his first Premier League goal since August 2023. His evolution reflects Newcastle's ambition as a club, a sentiment captured in his Instagram caption, "We are ambitious now."
Well, Sandro, tell us about the mood in the dressing room after another away win.
Oh, we are happy. We are happy for this win. We are happy for the reaction because the last week was difficult. This week was difficult. We're training together. We're training strong. We're training only for this game, and we are happy for the great reaction today.
You say the reaction was important to last weekend. The reaction to going behind today as well. How impressive was that?
Yeah, I'm happy for the team because when you work together after the 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes, the first 15 minutes, was a little bit difficult, but after penalty was a different game. The game changed very quickly. In one cross, they changed the game, and we are happy because we work very, very, very strong. And I'm happy for Alex. I'm happy for the team. I'm happy for the gaffer because we need this win because 3 points for us today is amazing.
How do you think the game changed? What did you do? Because you'd actually been playing okay before you went behind, but you had to keep your heads after that.
Yeah, we started well, first 2-3 minutes, and sometimes we need to bring the ball, to take the ball, because when you play away, it's difficult. Only one action for they can change the game, and after 1-0 was very, very difficult for 5 minutes after the goal. But we are a strong team. We can do everything together. We are a great team. Today we had a great reaction and happy for this one.
And you've mentioned Alex's 2 goals. What about your goal? What was going through your mind when you ran through on goal there? Yeah,
I mentioned Alex because I'm happy for him, because the last last week was a different game, a difficult game for us, for him, and I love when our striker is happy, and today I'm happy for him.
But for your goal, you had a lot of time to think about it, didn't you? And you sent the goalkeeper the wrong way.
Yeah, I had a lot of time to watch the keeper, and I'm happy because I went a few times in the last 15 meters, and I'm happy. I'm happy for this goal. I'm happy for this win, for 3 points, for the fans, for the gaffer, for every people in Newcastle.
You're somebody who keeps your emotions inside quite a lot, but when you ran over to the fans, it looked like they all came out.
Yeah, but I'm happy for everything. When we go out, also in the warm-up, it's similar to playing St James Park, and this is the first thing for us. And today I'm happy also for Miggy, because he's amazing people, amazing player, and we love him, and we are happy for him.
Just final two, Sandro. When you scored, you held your fingers up. Can you tell us why that was?
Yeah, for my friends in Milan, because we spoke yesterday, because this is his number on the show, and when I scored a goal, I don't know, I went in the corner, and I don't know, but the first thing went to the fan, because the fan and was crazy. But I remember yesterday when I spoke with him, when I spoke for this celebration for him, and now waiting his celebration for me.
And just how much are you loving playing for Newcastle at the moment?
Yeah, now because we are a lovely team. I work for my teammates work for me, and this is fantastic because it's difficult to find this in one team, but we work together, we live together, we stay every day together in the training ground. We know the last season for every player was difficult, but now after 9 wins in a row, we lost the last game in our stadium, and now with a great reaction, every player loves to play in Newcastle, love to play for this amazing fan, for this amazing team.
In the same midfield, Joelinton, who had a 7.4 match rating, seems to be thriving in his role as the chief destroyer, having registered the most tackles in the match. He understands that with Bruno and Tonali handling the playmaking duties, he can focus on disrupting the opposition. In the game, he actually won a massive 7 out of 11 ground duels, 4 clearances, 2 blocked shots, 4 interceptions, 5 tackles, and 0 times dribbled past. Overall, the collective effort from these players reflects Newcastle's growing ambition and determination on the pitch. Then, Newcastle United is currently facing another defensive dilemma, particularly regarding their goalkeeping situation. With Martin Dubravka retaining his place in the lineup while Nick Pope had returned to the matchday squad, there is now a debate over who should start. Dubravka made a crucial point-blank save to deny Harwood Bellis during the match, having a 7.3 match rating, 4 saves, 3 inside the box, and 1 out of 1 successful runs out. But with Pope back, the decision on the starting goalkeeper is becoming increasingly complex. But tell me, who would you pick? Then, so in a heartwarming moment after the recent match, Eddie Howe pushed Miguel Almiron towards the away end, where fans serenaded him, possibly marking his farewell. Almiron has had a mixed career at Newcastle, often struggling for consistency, but he has provided some memorable moments, particularly during the 2022-23 season, when he helped secure Champions League football for the first time in 20 years. His overall record for the club stands at 222 appearances, 30 goals, and 12 assists, all while playing with a smile. If this is indeed goodbye, fans are grateful for the joy he brought to the club. But tell me, What was your favorite goal from Almiron in that exciting 2022-23 season?
So I felt a strong sense of missing.
You cried.
There were tears that ran down my face, but I did not cry.
I mean, that's crying.
I would disagree.
Eddie, a long trip, but ultimately a very successful.
Yeah, it was another tough away game, but a great result for us. I thought the lads dug in. It was a difficult start. We conceded the goal, and I think that's a real test of character away from home. You have to dig deep to come back, and we did. Thought we played very well in phases in that first half, really well, and could have scored more, but great win.
A great reaction to going behind, a great reaction to last weekend as well.
Yeah, that was the main thing. Last week was hugely disappointing in lots of different ways. Our performance, the result, of course, and we know we needed to respond today. We needed to put that game to bed. We needed to show resilience in our character, that it was a one-off. You know, it was a blip in our season, and I don't think we were our very best today, but I thought we did enough. I thought we showed good character. A couple of players slightly under the weather coming into the game as well. So Alex wasn't feeling 100%. Bruno wasn't feeling 100%. So with all those things added together, I think it's a great win.
And the physical levels as well. You'd mentioned them. You'd highlighted them from the previous game. Were they closer to where you wanted them to be today?
Yeah, they were closer to where we wanted to be. I don't think we were our physical best today, but I think sometimes the game dictates that. It was a bit bitty from us. Southampton scored the goal, and that lifts the crowd. We've got to respond, and we had to dig really deep, and I'm really pleased with how we did, how we found a way to win, and ultimately the result's the most important thing.
For Isak, 2 goals, the first a penalty. Do you feel pretty clear cut?
I do. I think it was a penalty with my eyes, even though I didn't have a great view. Just the way Alex went down, I thought he must have been fouled. Thankfully, that's a good example of VAR working really well, I think.
And the second one, so much to like about it, wasn't there? The build-up and the finish.
Yeah, I mean, he's in really good form, and as I said, deserves a lot of credit for playing today, not feeling 100%. And I always think, I had that many times as a player. You've got to override how you feel. He did. He got the adrenaline going, and he was untouchable at times in that first half.
A nice moment for Sandro Tonali as well. His first Premier League goal of the season. Really well taken.
Yeah, brilliant take from Sandro. I don't know how many times in his career he's ended up in that position where he's one-on-one with the goalkeeper. But you wouldn't know he's not been in that position many times before, because it was a cool finish. But again with Sandro, I think he was at the heartbeat of everything we did well today. I thought his off-the-ball play, winning duels, lots of tackles, lots of 50-50s, he came out on top. I thought he was pivotal really to swinging the game our way. At
the end, great scenes again at the final whistle. You sort of pushed Miguel Almiron in front of the fans. How telling was that? How pleasing was the reaction that he got from them?
Well, it's not really telling at all. I mean, we don't quite know what's going to happen with Miggy. There's no definitive news to give you. It's just the crowd were embracing him for everything that he's done for the club, and I thought it was only right that he took his moment, regardless of what happens, whether he stays, whether he leaves. I think that was a special moment because he deserves it. He's been absolutely incredible for the club. He's been the ultimate professional. I can't, say enough positive things about him.
And for those supporters, they'll have enjoyed their day. It must have been a tough trip for them yesterday, but it's 4 away wins in a row now, and you're starting to really reward them.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think whenever you travel as far as we do, our travel is different to the supporters. We're going in a different mode of transport. The supporters have had to maybe endure really difficult weather. They've shown their commitment, a long drive, or however they've come here. It's a tremendous show of their passion for the football club, and we have to acknowledge that and then show in our performance how much it means to us to thank them.
Then, on the transfer front, Newcastle has yet to secure any new signings this January, despite being heavily linked to Uzbekistan international Abdukodir Khusanov. Ultimately, Khusanov joined Manchester City for around £34 million, with his agent stating that a move to Newcastle was very close to completion before it fell through. Newcastle was very close to the deal, said Kazbulin, the agent. They even remained one of the favourites, and then was the last to leave the race with City. As far as I understand, financial fair play also had an impact. Well, they didn't have enough time. Perhaps if they had made an offer earlier, they would have had time to come to an agreement. Then City put so much pressure on Lens that it was difficult to make a comparable offer. It was also influenced by the fact that the French needed this money. However, his debut for City was marred by an error leading to a goal and a yellow card within the first 4 minutes. 8 times possession lost, and 1 out of 4 duels won in the first half before being substituted, raising questions about whether Newcastle dodged a bullet by not finalizing the deal.
I could see that as a very real possibility.
Anyways, despite the lack of new signings this month, Newcastle's scouting department is often underrated. The club has made astute signings in recent years, including Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali, Yankuba Minte, Sven Botman, and even players like Anthony Gordon and Alexander Isak, who were not prolific at the time of their acquisition. Many of these players have since doubled in value and unlocked their potential, contributing significantly to the team's success. Additionally, players like Dan Burn and Chris Wood have also shown their worth, with Burn delivering solid performances and Wood thriving at Nottingham Forest. This track record suggests that Newcastle possesses a keen eye for talent and recruitment intelligence. Then in a transfer exclusive, if you would like to know more about Newcastle's January transfer plans and the truth behind a recent massive bid submitted in Spain, click the video link on screen now.